Welcome everybody to another Voice of Nick show. We're gonna be playing more Death Stranding. Here we go. Oh, that's right, we got to Heartman. Okay, so we wanted to make a couple of things, right? We had some broken items on the last episode. Oh god, this grenade launcher, so clutch. This thing literally saved our life. That was an insane thing that happened there. The oxygen mask, we need to make a new one or fix or whatever. Container repair. Maybe we could just make more container repair spray. Alright, here's what we'll do. We'll put this. We'll put ladder. This one's for the geologist. Hematic grenade, oxygen mask, hematic grenade, ladder, 2 blood bags. And that's it. Alright, here we go. Ladder, 2 blood bags. Do we not have a PCC? It might be on our truck thing. We don't want the thermal pad anymore. It screws up our battery life. Two hematic grenades. We can make 3 of them actually. Oh wait, not level 1 though. Ladder, blood bag. Do we make the oxygen mask? Yep. Okay. Alright, now we have repair sprays. We need to use the repair spray. And I guess we'll recycle that stuff. But we will first do the repair spray because we're going to recycle this too. Wow, we have a lot of repair sprays actually. Alright, now it's time to give back. Good. Oops. There you go.
Delivering cargo. Thank you for your continued support.
So we have all the science facilities. What's our next mission?
Thank you for your...
This one? Destination, return vehicle parts, no. Hartman's lab, head back. Oh, we have to go into the lab maybe? Oh yeah, okay. Well, we should probably go do that then. Bola gun, grenade launcher, oxygen mask, repair spray, ladder, vehicle parts. I think we should drop the carrier, put the vehicle parts in it, put one of the repair sprays in it. Yeah, I think that's better. Now that'll mean that the repair spray doesn't get damaged. This is a lot better, yeah. We'll attach that. Story time.
Thank you, Sam. In reclaiming our past, we've uncovered a number of vital clues. Don't worry, I just got back. We have time. When you met with Mama, you experienced a strong antigen-antibody reaction, correct?
There was a BT in the room.
There was, but something else may have been causing it. I've discovered large quantities of chiral matter in Mama as well. Not just the usual kind that collects on our skin or on our suits. It's in all her cells. Cells that are no longer active. The BT you encountered there was special. It was her child, but also her own soul. Somehow, her car and half failed to separate. They must have remained connected through the umbilical cord. It's the only explanation.
Is that why I didn't get a bruise where she touched me?
Yes, and there's more.
10 seconds to cardiac arrest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I modified the log times. Headquarters will have no record of what we say. Look, a message from Dead Man. It came with the umbilical cord.
Sam, I'm sorry. You deserve to know what you were carrying. But I couldn't risk Heartman finding out about the case. So I had no choice but to keep it off the books. You've got to keep this between us. We still don't know if the director can be trusted. The umbilical cord was taken from Bridget Strand. I removed it in secret. The cord wasn't attached to a fetus. It was outside her body. She asked me to take care of it. Said it was the key to unlocking the Death Stranding. But she insisted that I never tell the director. The cord shows no sign of decomposition or necrotization. Almost as if it's frozen in time. I thought Heartman might be able to make sense of it. So I had it hidden with your cargo at Mountain Knot City.
Deadman's observations were accurate. It's just like Mama's corpse.
What do you mean?
I mean, they share a very unique property. Both contain large amounts of chiralium in their cells. In other words, the President's cord was somehow connected to the beach, and that allowed it to escape the flow of time. I've put together the bones of a theory. It's patchy, but worth sharing, I think. Life on Earth has been rocked by many extinctions, great and small, including the Big Five. And if you examine the Earth's strata, its history, if you will, you'll find chiralium deposits that can be dated to each. What if the manifestation of beaches and other associated phenomena correspond to extinction-level events?
You mean?
Yes. Our Death Stranding could just be the latest of many. The records and research you helped us to recover strongly suggest that we are in the middle of the 6th extinction.
6th extinction? Come on.
You know what this is, yes?
A frozen mammoth from 10,000 years ago.
Correct. And this?
The Iceman from 5,300 years ago.
They both had the same umbilical cords.
Bullshit.
Humor me. What if the mammoth and the Iceman weren't frozen?
You're saying time stopped for them just like it did for Mama?
Unfortunately, all these specimens were lost in the Death Stranding, so there's no way to examine the genuine articles, but some fragments of data did survive. With the aid of the chiral network, we may be able to piece together something more concrete using Evo-Devo tech. All right, how's this? A dinosaur from 65.5 million years ago. Umbilical cord, not decomposed.
Only mammals have umbilical cords.
No. Only mammals have umbilical cords used for childbirth. This is something else. Call it a strand from the other side. I propose that mammalian umbilici are a sort of mimesis of the strand that then evolved over time. We shouldn't assume that everything about a Death Stranding is detrimental to life. Trilobites, ammonites, dinosaurs, the mammoth, the iceman, all preserved as if frozen in time, all without exception found with strands, which is to say that all may have been connected to the beach. And this, when viewed in the context of the extinction entity, EE theory, leads me to surmise that organisms with strands are in fact extinction entities. You see, Sam, EEs are connected to the beach via their strands. And it is through this connection that they somehow bring about a Death Stranding.
So you're saying Bridget was an extinction entity?
It's far too soon to say anything for certain. And since you burned her body, we may never know.
Higgs said Amelie's an EE, that she doesn't have dooms like the rest of us.
Sam, think. Assume that President Strand was an EE. Isn't it possible that her daughter is too? At the very least, Higgs may hope as much now that the president is unavailable.
So he kidnaps her for EE powers or whatever to cause a mass extinction.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. I doubt a single EE is powerful enough to cause a Death Stranding, assuming Amelie is an EE.
Well, Higgs sure thinks she's got what it takes.
Indeed. And we need to get her back as soon as possible.
1 minute remaining. Please hold on to something secure.
Ah, this one is real. Sam, go west.
How do you want me to handle Die Hardman?
With your customary reserve. Nothing good will come of him learning of our suspicions. Whatever else is going on, we still need the chiral network.
Right.
Activating lab security measures. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow. It's not really clear to me why Die Hardman is like a threat. Like, is it because he's keeping the information from them? I don't think even they really know why.
It's time, Sam. When you're ready, proceed to the shore of the tar belt and begin work on the chiral relay. Once it's ready, use the Cupid to bring it online. The necessary materials are prepped for you. Supplies are limited, so handle them with care. You'll be carrying a lot, too. All things considered, this might be one of your hardest runs to date. Heartman knows more about the site than I do, so he'll take it from here. It's about time for his wake-up call anyway.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Right. About that way station. The site we have chosen was an original candidate for the way station we lost to the tar belt. Ironically, we suspended construction because we deemed it a little too unstable and not worth the risk. But this time, it's our best shot. So let's hope we weren't right to change horses in midstream. Fortunately for us, the foundation we laid down is still intact. All you have to do is transport the necessary materials to the site and finish the job. I'm afraid it's the only way we can expand the network further west and rescue Amelie. We're counting on you, Sam.
Alright, so this is the thing. And I'm curious to do this, but I also want to try and get some of these other ones ready. So not the doctor, the geologist definitely. And then we have a lot of time-sensitive missions, which we're going to have a real hard time actually delivering on time. Mountain Knot is 5 stars now. So let's do the rare fossils, do the corallium ore samples. And there's no way we can also do this one to the farthest away facility. So we're gonna skip that one for now, this one to the paleontologist. He only needs 1 more star though, so if anyone else has a mission for him, then we'll be able to do it. Alright, so I don't think I have a PCC. We should have a couple of these. We have a power all-terrain skeleton, right? Yeah. Power gloves. Good. We have a BT grenade launcher. Good. Remote stun bomb. I think we can make another stun bomb as well, which we don't... If we run into terrorists, we're going to need that, yeah. And let's possibly make a second floating carrier depending on how much cargo we need to carry. Ezra Tundra, welcome on into the stream. How are you doing this fine morning? We just started the show. You missed one pretty cool cutscene, but I'm sure there will be plenty more in this game. Okay, now... let's put this PCC on. Oh, we can't put it on there. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, grenade pouch is full? Oh, I miscalculated there. Remote stun bomb. I guess we'll switch out this one then, and we'll put in our new one. Good. Yeah, that seems about right. So this is all we can carry. Oh, Zero was watching for a few minutes already. Nice. I love these Heartman cutscenes. They're pretty expository, but I feel like the game we've been going for 100 hours, so I'm like down for a little bit of exposition. I think the curious aspects of his character are so cool that it's like, I don't mind that. Let's get some hype for Heartman. I also love that he likes the camera and then it'll give you 20 likes. That's pretty good. Okay, let's try and get the bot to deliver. Maybe he could do the time-sensitive one? Yeah, the bot will do this in 15 minutes. And he'll probably get a good rank on that one. Have him do the doctor. I mean, they're all going to get damaged, but there's nothing we can do about that, really. Is there something pretty funny when he looks at the camera? I love that moment, too, where the first time you meet him, and he goes into cardiac arrest, you have 3 minutes to, like, look around as much as you want. That's such a Metal Gear Solid type thing to do. I love that moment. I'm sure I didn't get everything, though. Like, all the things that you can find in there. Alright, so now... which one should we do first? We should probably deliver the heaviest one first. Rare fossils, or... corallium ore samples. We have 6 of those, 216 kg. So we want to go to this one first, geologist. Yeah. Oh man, we might have a whiteout. Uh-oh. Childminder. Oh, we got 5 stars! Reach maximum connection level with BB. Very rare. Oh, we got a very rare. Help porters through a mule or terrorist area for the first time. I didn't even know I got that. That's a hidden trophy. Wow. We have a very rare trophy. How do you sort them by rarosity? Master Builder. Build one type of every structure. That makes me sad a little bit actually, because that means that we know that we've got every type of structure. Lou is as emotionally resilient as it is possible to be, is what they said. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Good, BB likes us. Let's go. Thanks, Lou. Alright. Now, we run.
Weapons restrictions.
So if we find any stuff for the geologist or the Evo Devo, there we go. I don't think we want to. Well, we could probably climb that. It's very hard to climb rocks with this cargo carrier though, because it's super heavy, so it won't float at all. Oh, we got some for Heartman's lab as well. Distro, Evo Devo down there, Geologist. Okay, so once we go over the mountain, there'll be stuff too. Is there getting that very rare trophy? Hype! Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. I mean, we've definitely been doing a lot of stuff that I feel like is secret stuff, but I think that's the only very rare, like, thing that I've noticed us getting. I think other ones have just popped up that I didn't even notice. Oh crap! See, this is the problem with the carrier, so we got to be more careful with this thing.
Let's get a move on.
Because it's so heavy, it can't even go over small rocks sometimes, depending on the angle. Did we put that on the thing? What is this? Container repair spray? Is that mine? I will take that. Ooh, is you're getting all those holiday emotes looking real good. I like it. Where the heck? Oh, this is the thing? Geologist, yeah. Alright, let's give him a hat, because he is going to be cold. And we don't need to give him the extreme weather sunglasses just yet. He should have like a beanie more than like a baseball cap. Whoa! Oh man, a rock slide would totally screw us up in this at this point. Is you're saying one thing I like? You really try hard to find hidden stuff. You found some stuff I haven't seen on other streams. Oh, I'm glad that you like that. Yeah, that's one of my big video game passions, is like just seeing all the cool stuff in a game that I can find. Lou swimming was so cute. Yeah, that was a cool thing. And I guess that must be exclusive to that particular hot spring, because we haven't seen him do that at any other one. I'm curious to see if he has any other unique, you know, moments or whatever at other hot springs. Because I don't think I've waited long enough to see it at other ones. Okay, let's drink some of this. Here we go. We're going this way. Maybe we could go down here? That's gonna take us straight through the ruined city. Let's see if we can go this way. No, that's all rocks over there. So we're gonna have to go through BT territory. But once we get to this facility, then we won't have to carry all this cargo anymore. Because most of the cargo weight is only for one of these places. Oh, there's a Heartman's lab, okay. Oh, there's a paleontologist all the way on top of that building. I don't even know how we would get to that. Oh wow, we're pretty lucky that we didn't get any BTs this time. Who's to say that they won't come back on the way back, though? You're saying it's crazy how Heartman's place is so opulent. Yeah. I guess we haven't technically seen any interiors, but the exteriors are definitely not as nice as his. I think that might have been his regular house, and then they adapted it into a BT, or a Bridges facility. Because he said that his family was home when the crater happened and it turned into the shape of that heart. And then so they must have been like walking around near their house, you know, and that's why his place is so nice, because it's not a military facility or like a government building. It's like a, you know, a residence, like a really nice residence. So he must have just been like a well-off regular guy. Oh, there we go. That's where we're going. Like, obviously he wasn't alive before the entire Death Stranding, but maybe it was more common to have like a normal house before a certain, you know, point in the history of this universe. Oh, there's another Evo Devo thing. What are you planning today, Ezra Tundra? On this fine Sunday, I'm gonna be going to a live show of John Waters, the movie director. That's going to be a great time. John Waters is so funny.
Good to see you.
Wow, look at that. That's where the rope is sitting. The rope must emit some heat or something. Because look, there's like, it's like carved out where the rope is sitting on the ground. That's so funny. All right, so we want to go in here, go around the bike. That's a lot of stuff. Hey, welcome James into the stream. Can we get an exclamation mark high for James joining the show? How are you doing today, James? What are you up to?
Sam Bridges, good to see you. Such a generous delivery. I suppose I ought to give you credit.
I suppose I ought to give you credit. This guy's like, doesn't want to give us credit, I guess. They're saying I haven't seen many interviews of him. Oh, he's a great interviewee. I mean, have you seen his movies? His movies are amazing. Although I would say that they're very crass, depending on what your tolerance level is for for extreme grossness in film. James saying, not much, playing some games. Nice. What have you been playing of late?
Tell me, do you have any use for this? If so, it's yours.
Nice. What is it? Ceramics! Oh, we could have used that a while ago. Alright, I guess I'll take this. I'll just give it to this guy, actually. Let's offload it. Let's put the artworks now on our cart. Yeah, we don't want to carry that on our back. Grenade launcher, PCC. Oh, James is playing Valiant Hearts. Oh man, I loved that game. What are you thinking of it? What a game. What a game.
I'd best get back to work. Good luck out there, Sam.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal.
Where's
for
the terminal?
further
I think we're
information.
standing too close to it. Let's get rid of this. Let's recycle. I'll actually skip these. Alright, so this guy has extra ceramics. I can't, yeah, it's not like I can transport these ceramics all the way across. It would just end up getting us killed. That's for the paleontologist, but we're going to... That's just a regular collection area, I guess. That's for Evo Devo. Is you're saying, oh, you started chapter 4 last night. Okay, so you've been playing for a little while. Yeah, that game is, I love that game. Is you're saying, I remember he's quite a character. I'm looking at his movie list, doesn't look like my type. Yeah, it's definitely a specific type of movie. The famous ones that, because he's made a lot of like more mainstream movies, like Cry Baby with Johnny Depp. He made the original Hairspray, which is great. But he started out making these really, they called them the Trash Trilogy, which is like they're like, you know, he called them that too. That's like what he referred to them as, where they were like really, I guess dirty. I don't know how to describe it. Like just not dirty in like a pornographic sense, but dirty like everything and everyone in it was dirty, and they did bad things all the time, and they were like just bad people, and they're amazing movies. But yeah, hard to watch if you're not ready for that kind of movie. But we've gone to, in LA, they have a couple of like really great screenings. They had a screening of Polyester, which is another excellent one of his movies. Polyester it was a movie that had what he called Odorama, which is like a scratch and sniff card. This was in the 1970s. He made like a scratch and sniff card with 10 smells, and then the movie would have like, you know, it would say like number 8, and then you'd have to scratch number 8 and scratch and smell it. And they did like a screening of that at a theater by me, and you could imagine that everybody was super into the movie because they're all John Waters fans, and like, you know, they made the scratch and sniff cards, or like they reprinted them so you could actually like do it. It was really cool. All right, so we're gonna go here. And so John Waters, what we're going to today is he does a Christmas show where it's like a stand-up show basically. He just like talks, but it's always a lot of fun, and it's kind of like his, you know, take on like a Christmas show. So it's always really funny. And yeah, we used to go to a place in New York City that would do that when we were visiting home, but now he's doing one in LA. So we're gonna be right around here in I think it's in Hollywood. Yeah, it'll be a great time. But what are you up to today? I don't mean to talk about little me the whole time. What is your plan for the day? Let's see here. We want to go... Yeah, this is the zone. Retrieve geological samples. Oh, shopping, maybe a movie? What movies are you looking forward to seeing? I want to see that Chadwick Boseman movie, and there's a couple. I haven't seen The Irishman, which I guess is not in theaters anymore. It's like a Netflix movie. Oh, Jameson, you should watch John Wick 3? Yeah, if you've seen the other. I actually haven't seen John Wick. I saw John Wick 1, which I liked. I didn't see John Wick 2 yet. So yeah, that's a candidate as well as your... Unless you're thinking of a specific movie that you want to watch. Where is this thing that we're looking? Oh, we might be in the zone right now. There we go, we can see him. Oh, we might be going into a poison gas cloud? Oh, you're thinking about Knives Out. Yeah, I want to see that too. I missed an opportunity to go that. I was working when the group was going to go see that. Alright, so we'll grab this. We're delivering to both people again. Paleontologist might be... This might be all we need with him. Let's find out. Hold on. So... Okay, we can go to... let's go to Paleontologist and then Evo Devo. Evo Devo needs more stars as well, so... This guy might get 5 stars from this one order. Is that him? Yeah, okay. I think we might want to go above. Oh, that one's for Heartman's lab. That's too far away though. You saw Frozen 2? Oh yeah, I haven't seen Frozen 2 yet. It took me about 8 years to watch Frozen 1. Or, I guess that movie was 2012, and I probably saw it for the first time in probably this year. Maybe last year. So it took me 6 years to watch Frozen 1. So that means in 2025, I will see Frozen 2. Okay, so we can go crest that hill over there, and then go down the other side.
Keep on keeping on.
Oh, see, I shouldn't have drank that drink because that would have given me free stamina right there.
There we go.
So, oh yeah, we crossed 10,000 Kyrals. I wonder if there's a limit. It might be 100,000 then is the limit. But I didn't realize we had actually crossed it. That's a lot of Kyrals. Because we found that one zone where there's like a lot of really high value BTs that'll give you like 1,000,000 Kyrals. Yeah, this is a really interesting area, the snowy area, because for the last like 80 hours of the game, you guys saw, but the game was all about, it was like building roads and then only riding on the roads. And like, this is really interesting because it's a way that they can get you out of the car again. Like you can't really use a car in this area very effectively, so you kind of have to travel on foot again. It's almost like being back at the beginning. It's like completely reinventing itself. And I think that's really impressive that a game can do that, you know? Like most games, it's like you just keep getting better and better and better stuff, and like, you never really have cause to use your older stuff anymore. But now it's like, oh, well, we have to rethink what it's like to walk around on foot, because there's really no way to use any of the vehicles that we've been, you know, acquiring. Wait, is this the geologist? Or paleontologist? That's Evo Devo. Where's the paleontologist? There he is, okay. Special alloys. I like our little bouncing carriage as we go down the hill. Alright, let's see if this is enough to get us 5 stars. I wish we had a couple of pieces of lost cargo we could give him.
Delivering cargo.
Still alive and kicking, I see. Wow, can't say I was expecting such a sizable delivery. Might have to slide a few things around. Not that I might.
Come on, 5 stars. Yeah! Good stuff. Volcano Orange, rest in the shelter. Can we get some hype, ladies and gentlemen? That's another star for the star rack on our pants. Norman really knows how to accessorize. He has a lot of good accessories and he's like bedazzling his pants.
Here, this is for you. I hope you like it. I'll be sure to call on you again.
Good work. New order available.
Okay, now, Evo Devo, Geologist, are any of these time sensitive? I don't think so. But this is a terrorist one, we don't want to do that. But Geologist only needs 1 more star, so this might be enough to get him, and then Evo Devo. I wonder if we went straight from Evo Devo to... Oh no, there's no BTs that way. Okay, let's try that. Azir getting that hype? Thank you, Azir. Man, we're really killing it here. We're already 5 stars with 1 of these. We're bringing back other stuff. Hold on, was there anything for Heartman's lab here? Let's go back real quick. Oh yeah, there is. We should really do the Heartman's Lab stuff too. This one is almost 5 stars as well. Alright, we're gonna have a lot of cargo. I think we're still good with 1 carrier though. I don't want to carry 2 carriers if I don't have... Whoa. Octopus. Wait, I want to go back and read the description of this mission. Who needs the octopus? Supposedly extinct octopuses. Octopi? Chilled delivery cargo will slowly deteriorate in warm areas. To keep such cargo in good condition, try to remain in sheltered areas and avoid direct sunlight. Exposing the cargo to rain and snow also helps keeping it cool. Oh man, this is going to screw us up. So we'll go like this, geologist and then Heartman's Lab. Octopus, a very strange looking creature that really doesn't seem to be of this world. Best enjoyed with soy sauce and wasabi. Very good. It doesn't seem to be of this world. A lot of sea creatures don't seem to be of this world. They seem to be monsters. Oh crap, I canceled it. Probably because we base a lot of our monster designs on sea creatures. That exacerbates that problem. Holy crap. Alright, we're gonna have a big old cargo this time. Let's do our best. I wish we could get, instead of a warmer, I wish we could get a cooling device, like an air conditioner. And that would help to keep that stuff not melty. Alright. Well, let's give it our best shot.
Order assigned.
So we're gonna go... Oh, we could send out the bot as well. No, we don't want to send it to that. Well, we might as well.
Deploying autonomous delivery bot.
Alright, so now, number one, we should heal, I called it. We should get the energy, then we go back to the geologist, back to Heartman's Lab, and then down this way. So it's like a that, or an upside down V shape.
Keep on keeping on.
Weapons restrictions limited.
So the geologist is going to be up there. Yeah. 600 meters, we could do that. Here we go.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear.
We can also see how far a car would get us. Because honestly, if there's no BTs, we might be able to do this one. It might be like an easy enough trek with the car. So let's try and put all this stuff on the car real quick. Wow, that's so much stuff for carrying. I'm surprised that all this can fit on the carrier. Okay, put this in the vehicle as well. Very good. I love how the game is like, it has like the short-term memory of a dog, where it's like, oh, you put this stuff on the car, it's all gone, you'll never get it back, oh no! And then it's like, you get in the car, it's like, oh great, you came back, you got all this stuff again. It's like, game, don't you realize what I'm doing?
Keep on keeping on.
I think this is about as far as we can go. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this car is not going to get any farther than this. But that saved us a little bit of time, actually. Good. So let's take our carrier. Where's our carrier? Take all this stuff. I wonder if I can do this from here. No, you can't do that. There we go. So now we will leave this car for the next person who wants it, and we will take our... No, not the vehicle! No! Alright. Now, where is our thing? Over here. Attach carrier.
Let's get a move on.
Alrighty. Yeah, that looks like a pretty smooth trek over there. Let's drink some coffee. And hopefully not fall while we're drinking coffee. That's the thing in this game, is you kind of have to have your hand on the controller at all times. Why is he running like that? Alright. Alright, this will help to keep our cargo cold, I guess? Because it like regulates the temperature.
You know what to do, Sam.
Alright, there it is. That's the geologist, right? Okay, good. Last time we accidentally went to the wrong facility. That was a tough one. And then if we get 5 stars with the geologist, we could probably rest here to try and regain our stamina, because we're starting to lose a lot of stamina.
Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Good to see you.
Here we go. Get him. This is a pretty good delivery. This is an S rank delivery. I think we might get 5 stars.
Sam, I'm glad you're here. Such a generous delivery. I suppose I ought to give you credit.
Here we go. Nope, not 5 stars. But we're getting closer.
Tell me, do you have any use for this? If so, it's yours.
Oh, it's another ceramics. Alright, well we'll bring this with us to Heartman.
I'd best get back to work. Good luck out there, Sam. Good work.
You got any stuff for me? This is going to roboticist, Evo Devo. Oh, but this is a timed mission, yeah. We don't want to do that. But Evo Devo is pretty low on the star rating. Well, yeah, that's going to get really screwed up. Well, if we can come back, we'll do that one.
Deploying autonomous delivery bot.
Can't do that. So now let's try and go... Where is there a charger? Here we go. Now we need to get to Heartman, who is not that one. That's Evo Devo. He should be up here. 600 meters. Not bad.
Weapons restrictions lifted. Beginning scan.
And we are running out of canteen here.
Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons.
But if we need to, we can always make a timefall shelter, which will fix... Let's check on our octopi as well. Oh wait, oh yeah, octopus. It says 0% damage. I guess we haven't been out in the sun with it.
I'm Sam!
I like how the little, the markers that people leave will respond to you, and they'll say, when he says, I'm Sam, if you listen really close, you can hear the markers are saying, Hi Sam, I'm Sam too. Because they were left by another person who was playing as Sam in the game. That's pretty cool. And I like that the markers will actually sing. If you're in the hot spring, the markers will sing along when you sing. Like he does like a call and response song that the markers will do the response part. What a great game. A lot of stuff in this game. Oh crap! I think we're going through a whiteout. Well, at least it'll keep our octopus cool. It also might fill our canteen a little bit. Alright. So I think want to go around over that hill over there. Oh no, it's right there. Wow, we're closer than I thought. Oh crap.
Nice.
Oh, so we're on the other side of the heart-shaped lake right now. And I'm not sure that the container is light enough right now to actually float over the lake. So we should probably not try to go in the lake. Yeah, this should be okay. We're very slowly gaining water canteen stuff. I think we went up by 3 out of 1,000 in the last like 2 minutes. So it's not really energy efficient, but if we get under a timefall shelter, it'll actually recharge really fast. Yeah, there's a timefall shelter right there. Here we go. Oop! Oh my god. Here we go. Is this going up? Does not. Oh, you have to go into timefall shelter during the snow. That's what it is. But maybe we can take a trip after this back to a main facility. Like we could go to Mountain Knot City and rest in their shelter, because we should do that.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID.
Damn, is none of this stuff for Heartman? Oh, maybe we should go to the other
All
one then.
weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you.
Keep on keeping on.
I thought all this stuff was for Heartman. We might not get 5 stars with him then. I think that little chirp on the machine meant that the weight has changed, like something about the threshold of weight.
Displaying performance evaluation.
We're getting closer. We didn't get 5 stars though.
Thank you for your continued support. Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for...
Not that one. Alright, we gotta... Oh no, the Evo Devo, that's what we're currently doing. Okay, so... let's take a look at our map. Let's go back to Mountain Knot City. We'll rest in the shelter. I would also like to... let's take a look at some of our messages. We haven't looked at our messages, and I think Peter Englert has a new order for us. Oh, and we have new interviews. Heartman, Neanderthals are not extinct. 3 years ago, Bridges HQ. Both Neanderthals and Homo sapiens are believed to share a common ancestor in the form of Homo heidelbergensis, but there are clear differences between the two. Neanderthals were brutish and brawny, well equipped to hunt larger animals and survive in colder climates, where Homo sapiens was slender-limbed and only capable of hunting smaller prey. But as millennia passed, Homo sapiens learned to create tools and hunt in packs. The Neanderthals, who actually had larger brains than the Homo sapiens, also fashioned tools of their own, but these were crude in comparison and developed little over 200,000 years. Perhaps because these simple-minded beings favored small family units, so that even if a breakthrough occurred, it was unlikely to be shared with others. This isolation, more than any other factor, seems to have led to their decline. Homo sapiens, meanwhile, conceived religion, with which large numbers of individuals could be bound together in service to a common cause. Strength in numbers also made their communities more resistant to famine and other calamities. In other words, Homo sapiens grew stronger through interpersonal connections, by creating what came to be called society. If we persist in our divided state, we risk losing this hard-won unity and dooming ourselves to the Neanderthals' fate. We will dwindle and die, apart and alone. But history holds another intriguing lesson. Homo sapiens did not disdain Neanderthals. The two species even intermingled on occasion. Our DNA retains vestiges of our ancient cousins even now. So you see, while the species itself may disappear, its genetic legacy may yet endure. Hartman's theory of evolution. Heartman, 1 year ago, Heartman's lab. The evolution of life on Earth could be described as the evolution of consciousness. When the first vertebrates clambered out of the oceans and onto the land, their consciousness expanded to process the new realm that lay before them. But their development did not end there. Their eyes moved from their flanks to their fronts, where they might comprehend the depth of the world. Mammals formed groups, increasing their chances of survival. Eventually, they came together in communities, and then larger societies, in order to preserve and maintain these structures. And humans developed a perception of time. In order for societies to outlast the lifespan of the individual, we conceived of an afterlife and a future beyond ourselves. Alas, the Death Stranding threatens to undo all of our progress. Consider the chiral network, which incorporates the beach, where time does not exist. Or consider timefall, which rapidly accelerates the degradation of that which it comes into contact with. How can our sense of time, honed over millions of years, remain intact when we must cope with such irrational phenomena? Yet that is but the tip of the proverbial iceberg. We are growing apart, retreating into isolation, gradually losing our place within society. I would even go as far as to say that our conceptions of reality really are under threat. How could they not be, when our very eyes deny the invisible BT that stands before us? The Stranding has warped our consciousness in every sense. In the evolution of life on Earth, it's akin indeed to the evolution of consciousness. Then what is happening now is undeniably a regression, is it not? There's one caveat, of course. Some of us are now far more aware of death than we ever were. That is what Dooms has given us. For me, therefore, Dooms is not merely a biological change. I prefer to think of it as the means by which I have achieved a new form of consciousness. Furthermore, I hope and believe that this is a new awareness of the other side, and that it's humanity's trump card as we seek to defeat the Death Stranding. Umbilical cords in Devonian-era fossils. Heartman, 3 months ago, Heartman's lab. An article from the old scientific journal was recently brought to my attention. It predates the Death Stranding and concerns the discovery of a 380-million-year-old fossil, one from the Devonian era, to give the period its proper name. It was a fossil of a fish, and in its womb was a child connected to its mother by an umbilical cord, no less. The species, Masterpices attenboroughi. It's a placoderm, an extinct class of armored marine creatures that used to live in the seas the world over. Unfortunately, most were wiped out during the Devonian era, right around the time of the second of the Big Five, in fact. As you may be aware, one of the key foci of my research is the link between creatures with umbilical cords and mass extinctions. Once this area is connected to the chiral network, it's my hope that we'll be able to piece together more data that will allow us to learn more about the link between umbilical cords and the Death Stranding. Interview with geologist. The geologist, 1 year ago, personal shelter. I remember it was just before I joined the expedition when I found those documents in Bridges HQ, research papers that predated the Death Stranding. People used to believe that dinosaurs had gone extinct at the end of the Cretaceous period, 65 million years ago. But when this fellow investigated the various locations where late Cretaceous dino fossils had been found, he came to the startling conclusion that there was hardly any evidence anywhere on Earth that supported the theory that dinosaurs had survived until the end of the Cretaceous. In other words, almost all of them had been wiped out long before that. The only place where there were fossils that did support the traditional theory was here, in North America, which suggested that this was the last place of the Earth to have been inhabited by dinosaurs. Not everyone agreed with the analysis at the time, but let's say he had it right. That would mean that there's evidence of mass extinction hidden here, right beneath our feet, evidence which could prove invaluable in understanding the one on the horizon. Did the dinosaurs who happen to live here just get lucky, or is there something about this place that allowed them to survive? I'd love to get to the bottom of it, but I'm not sure I have what it takes. I'm not like Heartman. I don't have Dooms or any other unique traits. Still, I want to make myself useful. I want to research the Stranding and help uncover the truth behind it. That's why I joined the expedition team after all. Interview with the paleontologist. The paleontologist, 1 year ago, personal shelter. Let's give him a new voice. In the period since the very first forms of life arose here on Earth, the planet has witnessed a number of mass extinctions. And as you're no doubt aware, the most significant of these is known as the Big Five. The first marked the end of the Ordovician period, while the next, the end of the Devonian period, wiped out almost all of marine life. But the third of these extinctions, at the end of the Permian period, around 250 million years ago, was even worse. 96% of all marine organisms and 70% of land organisms died as a result. The fourth extinction finished off most large reptiles, though the dinosaurs managed to hold on until the fifth came along at the end of the Cretaceous, 65 million years ago. We humans are evolved from the small mammals which managed to survive that particular catastrophe. Each of these 5 extinctions resulted from enormous changes to the natural environment. Species were unable to adapt to these changes perished, while those which ideally situated evolved and thrived a little more. Evidence from records which predate the Death Stranding indicate that many scholars believed a mass extinction of the 6th order was on its way, or that it may have already begun. There was something of a consensus regarding its cause as well, humanity's destruction of the environment. This led them to sound the alarm, warning the world of what was at stake. At the time, the greatest minds of the era believed that the ecosystem could be preserved, and if humanity could learn to live in harmony with nature, then a future could be secured for all the world's species, humans included. But that was then, and this is now. If the phenomenon we are currently experiencing is indeed the 6th extinction, then it must be acknowledged that humanity is its main target. Is this divine punishment for our misdeeds? If so, then I suppose there is little that can be done. Perhaps there is no way to forward for humanity for now. Nevertheless, I refuse to give up. I will endeavor to find hope in our predicament. Interview with the Evo Devo biologist. Evo Devo, 1 year ago, personal shelter. I was born after the Death Stranding, so my conception of what the world once was is derived entirely from documents, photos, and videos. I didn't used to have timefall, for one. Just regular rain. No chiral clouds, only the traditional masses of suspended moisture. And one certainly didn't have to worry about tar bubbling up from the underground in most locales. Humans could travel anywhere, even into space, and we were blissfully unaware of the beach's existence. Suffice it to say, there's no doubt that this is a period of sweeping change that will have lasting repercussions for all life on Earth. Given that, dooms may simply be humanity's way of trying to adapt and survive. A beach exists within this consciousness of every individual, but these environmental changes, they affect all life on a genetic level, do they not? This is why I thought to investigate them, and the medium through which I chose to do so is the tar, which has become so ubiquitous. But you're not interested in that, I'm sure. So you know, there's a very real possibility that we've already failed to adapt to the 6th extinction, that we are but another evolutionary dead end soon to be left behind. If that is the case, then it could be reasoned that the ones afflicted with dooms, and therefore blessed with an enhanced perception of the beach, are our successors, who will survive and supplant us. I suppose that would be a shame, but it doesn't trouble me all that much. My research will survive me as well, and the doom sufferers can pick up from where I left off. They'll carry on my genetic lineage too, for that matter. No, what worries me is that not even dooms will provide sufficient to endure this extinction. If that's the case, then humanity is doomed. It's certainly a possibility we have to acknowledge. But more than that, one question looms above all. Why? Why now? Why like this? That's what I want to know more than anything. Somehow I doubt the dinosaurs and all the other species that came and went ever considered that question. Worrying over the reason for this and that is a uniquely human condition, I suppose. Yet this idle curiosity may be the key to understanding and overcoming the stranding. Tar bubbles up from the beach, Aaron Hill, 1 year ago, Mountain Knot City. I'd heard this area was pretty inhospitable before I got here. Got your fair share of mountains, obviously, and on top of that, there were all these rumors about a secret terrorist base or something. So I figured I was in for a bad time. But when me and the team got here, it was only worse than what we thought. Felt like we could get jumped any second, you know? I tell you what, though, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw all the tar out west. Wondered what the hell Amelie and her team made it through. But someone said that it wasn't nearly as bad when they made the trip. I was sent out to take a closer look, and man, it was something else. And it hadn't been that long either. Hard to imagine all that bubbled up damn near overnight. Honestly, I felt like I was standing at the edge of the world. We don't know much about the tar, except that it wasn't around before the stranding, same as timefall and corallium. There's some speculation that it might have been byproduct of the beach. and that if you could somehow retrace the flow, you'd end up there. But that's all theoretical stuff. Right now, we got a problem we have to deal with. One of the chiral relays we built is at risk of going under any moment. We don't have the manpower to relocate it yet, but we should once the second expedition shows up. Whether we can wait that long is another question, though. Maybe you could tell them to get their asses in gear if you get the chance. I wonder who they're all talking to in these interviews. I don't know. Maybe they're talking to Bridget Strand or to Die Hardman? No one would talk to Bridget Strand that way, I don't think. The Spiritualist. A snapshot of ages past. Sam, do you recall the handprint you brought me? Well, I hope you're sitting down, because when I analyzed it, I discovered that it was 65 million years old. It dates back to the late Cretaceous period, when the dinosaurs became extinct. I did fear that perhaps it was just the rock, and the handprint itself had been added much later, but it seems to not be the case. Could someone have traveled through time via the beach in order to leave it? If not, how could it possibly have been made? I plan to look into the matter further, and I'll get in touch when I learn more. If you happen to stumble across anything that might shed light on this mystery, you'll let me know too, won't you? Peter Englet. For a last meal, only pizza will suffice. Last meal? Dear Mr. Sam Bridges, once again it is I, Peter Englet, and once again I must implore you to fulfill an urgent request. I speak, of course, of pizza. Before you declare me unforgivably selfish, know that on this occasion I write you on behalf of my elderly father, who has been fiendishly out of sorts of late, and has even divulged to me his dreams of the beach. You can imagine how I felt upon hearing such dreadful news. I fear he may not be long for this earth, and that being the case, I cannot bear the thought that he might shuffle off this mortal coil, having never sampled the transcendental delights you deliver. Could you help me grant him his final kindness by ferrying the dish in question from Mountain Knot City? My father has often spoke of fondness for salami. If you could ensure that this last supper is topped with this copious serving of said sausage, he would die a happy man indeed, I am sure. Okay, so he doesn't want any champagne, which means we don't have to hand deliver it. The Geologist. Chiral Nightmares. Dear Sam, thanks to you, the chiral contamination's all cleared up. Nasty symptoms, though. Dizziness, headaches, insomnia. At first I was worried it was all down to my isolation in the shelter and the intense focus on my research for the past year. But it got real bad when the nightmares started. I saw the end of the world, a portal to the beach opening, and BTs pouring through by the thousands. There was nowhere to run, no time. No time, and they began scooping us up one by one. Then the void outs came, bigger and bigger, until a massive one, or several massive ones, enveloped the whole world, and poof, just like that. When I told Heartman about it, he likened it to the vision of extinction Doom suffered. When I told Heartman about it, he likened it to the visions of extinction that Doom sufferers tend to experience. It's strange, though. After all, we now have incontrovertible proof that Corallium is far from a recent addition to our world. Anyway, that's a problem for a different day. The important thing is I'm cured, and that's all thanks to you. Wow. As they're saying, why does Peter sound so posh and his food preferences are so pedestrian? I don't know. I definitely felt that was the correct accent based on how he wrote his letters. But yeah, he definitely, you would think he would want like a more sophisticated meal. I'm not entirely sure he's a real person. He might be a robot or something, because he never answers the door. He always makes an excuse. The Spiritualist. The chiral network connects people past and present. How are you, Sam? In good health and good spirits, I hope. I have to say, the chiral network is quite impressive. Ever since you hooked the shelter up, my life has become much more exciting. I've been able to procure all sorts of goods that I had never seen before, and I've noticed quite a number of new structures going up nearby as well. I should also mention that I managed to unearth some old research data that may offer some insight into some of the more unusual phenomena you might have experienced firsthand. I'm sure you have a vivid recollection of your many experiences in the Seam, but it turns out that the person wandering around that you may have identified as yourself may not be you at all, but someone else entirely. You see, while everyone's beach belongs to them and them alone, the Seam is an altogether different beast. I've read about people who had near-death experiences that involved the Seam. When they came across this someone else there, they found themselves somehow saved by them in the real world. They'd even received care packages and the like in some instances. Remarkable, you'd agree. You might even say that the chiral networks bridge the gap between this world and that in more ways than we realized. Now, I still don't know who this someone else actually is. The fact that they're in the seam, though, would suggest that it's someone who's died, wouldn't it? Someone from the past. So in essence, the past is intervening to keep the present alive. It's comforting to think that it's not just BTs and other scary stuff that comes over from the other side. Maybe the chiral network can help us to reconnect with more benevolent beings and positive forces from the past as well. If I may, Sam, I don't suppose you could keep an eye out for this mysterious someone from the past the next time you visit the seam, could you? Yeah, so what she's trying to give us a hint about is that thing that we already noticed, which is if you touch other dead bodies, then that player will give you an item when you wake up. That's a really cool feature. Okay, so now we have multiple reasons to go back to Mountain Knot. We're going to go to Mountain Knot, rest in the shelter, and then we're going to deliver Peter Engler's pizza. I don't think we really need to do this, though. Oh, this could be good to get Heartman's thing, but we won't do that yet. So which way is Mountain Knot? Oh, we don't actually have any missions. We have to mark it. Man, it's so hard to find the markers that we post. Alright, if that's there, it's got to be in this direction somewhere. It's going to be lower. Oh, there it is. 500 meters. That's not bad. Here we go. As they're saying, so funny. Yeah, that guy, I'm really curious about Peter Engler. He's like the big question mark for me right now. Hopefully with this delivery, we'll at least get him to 1 star. But recently, he hasn't been increasing his star ratings for us. It's like we capped it. You know, that we're waiting for like a specific mission to like increase it. We have 788 crypto bios. We're getting close to 999. So we're going that way. Oh, this might get us right down there. Oh yeah, this is right by where the doctor is, I guess. Look, that's him. Oh no, that's not him. But this is right near there. Oh yeah, this is right into Mountain Knot. That's where the tar used to be. Wow, what a great shortcut. I shouldn't say that until we know the entirety of the shortcut, if it's actually good. See, this is going to be a little bit tough. We're still alright, we're still alright. Sometimes it's tough to make him, like, take a small step. Especially if he has a lot of cargo, because then he's got, like, a lot of momentum.
It's okay. It's alright.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until the decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Keep on keeping on.
Okay, so what we're first gonna do is rest in the private room. We might have a new thing for our backpack as well. Okay. Oh, is there saying you started listening to Blood of Elves? Nice. What did you think of Sword of Destiny? Oh, you like Ciri? Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of great characters in that universe. And it's so cool that we know Ciri in The Witcher 3 as well.
Thank you for your generosity.
But definitely like a different era of Ciri, I guess, than they have in that book, in the Sword of Destiny. I don't think we need anything in here. Let's see if there's any. We do have 2 mail messages. The Spiritualist. Can you believe it? I went to the beach. Sam, you've been receiving my mails, haven't you? I hope so. They're important, all the more that now that I've managed to visit the beach. The Egyptian treasure I told you about, it opened a gateway while I was examining it. I'm not exactly sure how or why it happened, but I began to hear the sound of crashing waves. I focused on it, became lost in it. When I came to my senses, I was somewhere else entirely. I looked up into the sky and saw a great glowing sphere, the moon. Until then I had only ever seen it in old pictures and photographs, but there it was, floating above me, surrounded by countless twinkling lights, stars. I can't begin to describe how beautiful it was. I realized then that I must have traveled through time to a period when the chiral clouds did not blot out the sky above. The excitement was almost overwhelming. I just can't believe I didn't have my camera with me to document it. I promise you though, it wasn't a hologram or a hallucination. It was the real night sky, and I saw it. The Geologist. I'm not going to be like Heartman. Dear Sam, I made a full recovery thanks to you, and I've been able to push on with my research. I've also come to an important realization. Basic science alone won't unlock the mysteries of the Death Stranding. No, what we're dealing with requires something special, a kind of genius. Let's say that in this universe, this guy is typing an email. It's within canon that he might have written his email with a typo. So it is not the game's fault. It's not a bug, it's a feature, is what I'm trying to say. That it's in canon that this guy wrote a typo. You know who I'm talking about, right? Heartman. He's the most brilliant mind of his generation. And what's more, he has dooms. Not that long ago, and this is just between ourselves, I wanted to be just like him. Not anymore, though. Not after that bout of chiral contamination. Now not only do I know I could never be like him, I'm actually glad that I'm not. I couldn't take it. I couldn't deal with the nightmares, having death as my constant companion. Fate might have been kind to him in some ways, but in others, well, now I just know he suffers, let's say that. His suffering's your burden too, I know that. But listen, if there's anything I can do to make life easier for any of you, let me know. I understand I'm never going to be the genius who cracks the Death Stranding, but I'm not useless either. I'm here to help. Is there saying, you go ahead and cover for them. There you go. All it takes is a little bit of willful ignorance. All right, now we're going to deliver this pizza. And possibly cutscene? No. Okay, so we want to drop this off. And what I want to check this time is how many inhabitants it says are at Peter Engler's facility. Place this in private locker. Private locker. Okay, so now we have a bunch of cargo here. Oh, and you know what else I want to do since we're at a thing. Let's go back to the private room. And I want to do something that I've been meaning to do for the last like 40 hours. Alright, hold on, skip this. As you're gonna call him the Pizza Man. I like it. It's like a superhero. Alright, so we're gonna fragile jump to any of these, I guess. Capital not. We just want to get onto the other map.
Been a while, Sam. It's good to see you. Remember how to do this? You need to close your eyes and picture your destination.
Oh, the loading bar started at 100. I'm not sure if that's true though. No, none of these are new information. These are all pretty basic. There's definitely a lot of new ones that we haven't read though. Oh yeah, we haven't really done bridge links recently. We had that one already. As much as I like you, Mad Mickelson. Okay, now, this is what we wanted to do this whole time. I attempted to make my Utopia of Bridges, but these are wasting a lot of bandwidth. They take 1,000, and they are not really, they're not really useful. Yeah, so I'm gonna delete these. It was a cool plan, but not if it's wasting all our... Yeah, look, now we have like 6,000 that we can use. Okay. Yeah, because the whole time that we were in the other region, it was like weird because we didn't have that much bandwidth left, but we didn't really place that much stuff, and it was all because we had placed these things and we couldn't get rid of them. All right, so now we can go back into the thing. Oh, I can't do that? I wish the pizza delivery mission in this game had a Italian song like in Spider-Man. Okay, wait, South Knot City. Yeah, now you want to get to Mountain Knot, right? Good. Oh, that's why it was at 100 already, I guess, because it was loading during the cutscene. Yeah, none of these tooltips are new. Anemia, we've never experienced that really. Cargo on your shoulders or back will have a lower chance of detaching when you fall over, as will cargo strapped down with a backpack band. When carrying a large amount of cargo, adjusting its positioning can increase stability and reduce strain on your body. Okay, so now we're going to take on Peter Angler's mission. And we'll also take some of our stuff back that we dropped. It was our equipment. So we want the bola gun level 2. I guess we'll take the better condition one. Take a non-lethal we don't actually need. We want 1 level 4 armor plate, whichever is in best condition. We want these Bridges boots, the chiral boots, climbing anchor, repair spray we had 2 of actually. Oh, now we have to take all our grenades back. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oxygen mask, ladder. We had 2 PCCs. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we had a lot of stuff at this point. Alright, let's put all this on our back. And then consolidate! Wow, that's crazy that that huge stack turned into that. Okay, that was a pretty cool, cool visual actually. Alright, now we're going to take on the Peter Angler order. 60 minutes, keep flat. Peter Angler in shelter 2384 would like to provide one final meal for his critically ill father. Fresh pizza, naturally. Make sure you deliver it before it gets cold, and remember that your cargo must be kept flat at all times. Turning the container on its side will ruin its delicious contents. Parting pizza. A freshly baked parting pizza topped with salami. The container must be kept flat or the pizza will be spoiled. Alright, so... Oh wait, can we not do this as a... We can't do a legendary version of this. Alright, here we go. We also want a reverse trike. I guess just a long range one is fine. Well, it doesn't really matter. Let's do a ride type, because it's the coolest type. Yep. So we want this to be on our back, but we can't put it in that direction. That's going to mess it up. Wait, how do I get this to be vertically positioned? Do we have to put more stuff on our back so it'll... Crap. Alright, let's put this on our back. There you go. Good. See, because the pizza was going to be like this. We don't want that. We want it to be horizontal. So we actually had to add a new thing on our back to get it to fit properly. Is there saying they should have gotten the Domino's sponsorship? Damn, yeah. They missed that opportunity. Alright, here we go. Peter Angler, get ready to eat a delicious pizza. Alright. Go!
Order assigned. Delivery parameters updated. Time keep on keeping up a pleasant journey.
Give this a save. And ladies and gents, that is going to do it for this Death Stranding episode. Thank you everybody for joining the show. Now, we are not going to rate at the end of this one because we're going to go directly into another stream. And then we'll be playing more Death Stranding in a little bit. It's going to be a triple stream marathon, so get ready, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you in the next one. But for anybody who doesn't know the channel, it's called The Voice of Nick. On here I stream 3 times a day, 7 days a week. We play story-based games, and they're what we call ultra-blind playthroughs, which means I don't talk over story or cutscene moments, but I do request no one utilize their pre-existing knowledge of the game or franchise. If you want to see more of what happens on here, don't forget to hit that follow button. Up top you see that follower goal of 5. We're currently at 1, so we're getting there, guys. We have broken ground on this new follower goal. And all these streams during the Death Stranding event on this channel are in a special subscribers-only mode. That means that anyone can watch the show, but only subscribers can chat on the show. So thank you so much to all of our subscribers who continuously support the streams. I hope you're enjoying the premium content. For anybody who wants to become a subscriber, if you do so, you will get many things on the channel, including the chat ability. You'll also get the Voice of Nick emote, legendary status in the chat and Discord, 200 meatballs, higher chance to win in the heist minigames, and ad-free streams. You'll also get the handsome sub badge in front of your name. Plenty of stuff for subscribers. Once again, thank you so much to everybody who supports the streams. It's so highly appreciated. If you guys want to find some other stuff outside of the Twitch channel, you can go to youtube.com/thevoiceofnick. Not only do we have archives of every stream that's ever been done on here, so literally thousands of nicely organized and edited episodes, but you can also find YouTube exclusive playthrough series of Danganronpa, which is finished. There's 65 episodes of that on there. You can also find Super Seducer, which is another playthrough series we're doing. A lot of fun, both of those games. So, guys, I will see you on the next stream. Keep your eyes on this channel. We're going to be doing a Japanese stream coming up right after this one. So if you just leave it open, it'll be coming up in about 15-20 minutes. And then after that, more Death Stranding. So get ready, ladies and gents. I'll see you in there. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.